What is up, you guys? It's Dustin, and I am back with another video. Now, you guys know I haven't been uploading a lot lately. There's been a lot going on in my personal life. We have Paige, Gaz, and the kids over from England right now. We're enjoying our time together. It's been fun. We are working on content together. But I did want to let you guys know I'm not trying to trauma dump. I've had a lot going on in my personal life as well. I haven't really talked too much about it. I put it on Twitter. Last week, my sister-in-law, my niece, found her passed away. And that was traumatizing. So I've been working through that because my sister-in-law and my sister have been married since I was like 12 years old and I'm 35. And I've been trying to process that. It really got me down for a little bit, but I didn't want to dwell on that. And I didn't want to come on the internet and make videos when I was not in a good mood to do so or a good headspace to do so. So that's why I waited. Trust me, there's been plenty of things that I've been wanting to talk about that are going on, like this stuff with Colleen Ballinger and Josh and all these different people. And that guy, Johnny, I watched the Swoop documentary and I was just completely shocked and blown away by everything that she basically exposed. So I do plan to do a reaction to that at some point, not like a big long like video reaction, but I do want to give my opinions and thoughts on that. I want to make some points and then discuss them with you guys because Swoop did that fucking thing. I've never seen a video that has been that in depth before, like 4 hours, you guys, 4 hours about Johnny Silvestri and how he may be just like Colleen Ballinger, which is mind-blowing. I never really listened to his story, but I digress. That is not the topic of this video, you guys. I want to talk about Jaclyn Hill in the Sesh podcast. Now, you guys know that I live with Jen Gerard. We're best friends, roommates, all of that. I knew this was coming. I didn't want to be the first person to put this out there and talk about this because obviously that could look some kind of way when in reality, everything Jen said is true. But you guys know on the internet, people pick things apart. People make up things, people lie, people embellish things, and they try to make things look a way that they're not. So I didn't want to like be the first person out with the video talking about all this stuff with Jaclyn Hill because I am so close to Jen. I wanted her to be able to tell her story on the Sesh podcast. Now, if you guys have not watched that, you know that I absolutely adore Janelle. I absolutely love Kendall Ray. And this was a very good watch. I watched the thing start to finish. I was there with bells on. I watched it as the notification dropped with everyone else. And of course, I knew a lot of what Jen was going to say, but I didn't know how she was going to say it or how she was going to present it. If you have not watched this podcast, The Sesh, I'm going to link it down below. You definitely should because they made some really good points. And I like that they opened up with the fire. Now, you guys know I hate to bring up my trauma, but it's also part of Jen's trauma. So they went into the whole thing. They started the podcast talking about the fire and who Jen is. And I really think that Kendall Ray was so complimentary to Jen. It was so cute to watch her talk about GC and how she used to use their products back in the day and how she used to do makeup. I thought that was really cool. And I thought it was really nice that they humanized Jen in a way where she's not like these beauty influencers with the brand, because at the end of the day, Jen is just a normal person, right? She's just a normal person that owns a makeup brand that has had numerous run-ins with all these different influencers that we talked about because she was basically the first influencer brand. If you don't know that about Jen, Gerard Cosmetics was literally one of, if not the first cosmetics brands that worked with influencers. So I thought that that was cool. But of course, Jen did get into talking about Jaclyn Hill and her experiences with Jaclyn Hill. Now, you guys know it's been several years, I think 4 or 5 years now, since Here for the Tea and Tea Spill, we're going to do this documentary on Jaclyn Hill, her life, and all the scandals that she had been in, right? Now, if you go back and you remember that, you may also remember that Jeffree Star stepped in and he basically said that Jaclyn Hill was suicidal because Tea Spill and Here for the Tea were basically plotting to take down Jaclyn Hill, and that just was never the case. Jaclyn Hill is just a very problematic person, and she has a pattern of repeated behavior over and over and over again, destroying people, taking their products, taking their work.
So these are all 5 of the face brushes in the Face Master collection.
Doing all these different things to people. Jaclyn is the prime example of stepping on someone's shoulders on your way up and meeting them on your way back down, because now that Jaclyn Hill has basically had this fall from grace.
I hope that inspires any people out there who want to start their first business, or maybe their first one failed, or their second one failed, and you want to start another one, and another one, I encourage you to do so, because why not? We have one life.
Over the past several years, because people have got so sick of her shit, she's now having to face all the people that she's done wrong in the past, and that's basically what this podcast is. And I think that Jen did a very good job of explaining things, and I think that Kendall and Janelle also did a very good job of asking questions that people wanted. If there was anything taken away from this podcast that people really should know, is that Jaclyn Hill has a tried and true pattern of ripping people off, taking their work, trying to make it her own, and all of that. Now, they also had Gabby Rose makeup, and you guys, if you watched all of my previous videos on Jaclyn Hill where I talked about how she's basically a thief, you would know what Gabby Rose makeup is. She came out with the Face Master, and Jaclyn Hill ripped that off from her, and she came out with this whole brush line with Morphe. It was a whole mess. She is another indie brand that Jaclyn Hill just trampled and tried to walk all over, and she got to finally tell her story to the public. She's over there in the comments now actually defending herself, because some people are still defending Jaclyn, and I don't understand why. I do think that it's going to be really interesting to see how Jaclyn Hill addresses this, if she ever will. I don't think that she will, because Jaclyn Hill never addresses anything.
Okay, so as you know, I posted yesterday, I tweeted, and I also posted it here about me like physically being pulled to a guy's car this weekend.
The only thing she ever does is run and tell more lies, or she tries to pick apart what people say and focus in on one thing, or she tries to victimize herself and say, oh, I'm fat.
The fatties are at it again, girl.
Or she'll do what she's been doing over the past like maybe year or so. She'll be like, oh, I'm fat, I'm drinking, and I'm having a hard time losing weight. She victimizes herself all the time. And I'm so over the Jaclyn's journey thing. Like, I've lost 40 pounds at this point. Jaclyn Hill, for her to get on the internet and say she's so fat and all this, like, girl, you are not fucking fat. And that's honestly a slap in the face to the people out there that are overweight, if that makes sense. It's almost like a backhanded thing, but Jaclyn just doesn't get that. Jaclyn lives in her own fucking world, right? But ultimately, I think all of the people that Jaclyn has crossed along her way to get to where she is today, or where she was, because I don't think she's there anymore. She doesn't have the selling capacity or the reach or the influence that she used to have. I really think that if Jaclyn got on the internet and tried to address this in a way where she didn't run away from things, or she didn't try to make up things to embellish to make things sound better or worse for her, people might be receptive to it. But knowing what we all know now, Jaclyn Hill is never going to do that. She's never addressed anything appropriately.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I don't even need to give you an intro. You know why we are here. I want to address some of the issues that my customers are having with my first launch of my brand, Jaclyn Cosmetics, and my lipsticks.
Now, if you watch the Sesh podcast with Kendall and Janelle, they actually went through the history of everything that happened with Jen and everything that happened with Jaclyn Hill, and how Jaclyn Hill may have allegedly tried to extort Jen for $250,000. But I did want to let you guys know that I do have some exclusive receipts that I am going to be sharing with you guys, because Paige and I are going to be resuming the Jaclyn Hill series. I've reached out to T-Spill to see if she wanted to work on it together. I just don't think that she wants to get involved in the drama of this anymore because of all the people that attacked her in the past. Heads up, you guys, I don't give a fuck if you have any kind of feelings about what is going to come out in this series, but I wanted to let you know that Paige and I are going to be resuming the series that T-Spill and Here for the Tea left off. And we're going to do it right with exclusive receipts. So if you ever wanted to know why Nicole Guerrero and Jaclyn Hill aren't friends anymore, you guys are in for a treat. But you guys, I just wanted to get something up today, because there was people leaving me comments saying, why haven't you spoke on this? The thing they always do. Why are you not speaking on this? I've spoken about Jaclyn Hill a lot. And I have a lot going on in my life right now. And if you guys did not know, yesterday is the anniversary of Nick's mom's passing. So I was also spending time with him. There has been a lot going on in my life that I have not shared. But I did want to come on here and react to this and give a short summary of my thoughts and opinions. I am going to be doing my members only live stream tomorrow, Sunday. I don't know the date because I don't have anything else in front of me. I'm recording with my phone right now. But if you're watching this on Saturday, tomorrow will be my live stream. I don't know what time yet. It'll probably be sometime in the evening, and I'm going to try to have Paige on. I know she'll do it, but I don't know if Nick will. I'll see if I can get him on board. But you guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below, because I really think that this is going to get messy. I don't know how Jaclyn is going to address this. I don't know what she's going to say, and I really, honestly, truly don't think she's going to address this, because she doesn't have the capacity to admit when she's wrong. Ever. But I'm gonna go hang out with Paige, Gaz, and Nick. You guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. And if you made it this far in this video, leave me the sun emoji, because it's hotter than hell here still. I'm dying. The weather here in Texas is killer. I just hate it. The weather in Texas here is crazy. Like, you don't even have cold water in the shower. But you guys, I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this little drought that I've had over the past week or so. I promise I'll get back into it. I just need to make sure that I'm in the right headspace when I do it, and I just wasn't, so I didn't want to put that content out there for you guys. And me say something that I regret or not get something right, that's just not what I want to do. So you guys, I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.